Folks, welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for Terps and Mustangs here from the Reisterstown Sportsplex in Reisterstown, Maryland. Andrew Rich, Andy Parr here as always, and we are ready to get going. As the puck hits the ice, Terps and Mustangs underway.
Don't you just love a 10-10 Eastern puck drop, Andrew?
Yes, I love it. It's the best. Thank you guys for staying up late with us, all 14 of you. Much appreciated. As we get going. In net for the Terps, it is Patrick Adams. As he was not in net for the last game, it was Ezzy Walkstock who started for the Terps, but Patty back in between the pipes.
Yeah, Patty coming off of an illness, why he missed last game. He seems to be doing a lot better this week.
And a notable absence today, Michael Schreibman, Terps' second-line center, is out of this game. He is dealing with a concussion and concussion symptoms. So hopefully Schreibs feels better and we can see him back out here before the end of the season.
Yeah, Coach Carter was saying that he might be able to come back for the crab pot if he's able to return for the rest of this 24-25 campaign.
This will be dumped in by Tucker Healy, and the Terps will get their first change of the game. And moving out with it now is Kane. Gavin Kane trying to make a backhand pass. James Body trying to move it out, and here come the Terps. Trevor Drake trying to poke it to the middle. It was Kane in the way. Here is Breen into the middle for Robinson. This is stolen away from danger by James Body. Chase Wilson looking to move it out near side. Right at the line, it's the captain Robinson. And last year between these two teams, Terps and Mustangs split. The last meeting in this building was not a pretty one for the Terps. They lost 7-4. So looking to correct that here tonight. And here they come on maybe a 2-on-1. Drake looking for Keenan Waters. Here's Body. Another pass. Dishner is stopped. Big stop there for Stevenson.
Early tic-tac-toe from Maryland right there. They were halfway through a change. Trevor Drake playing with Nathaniel Dishner and Keenan Waters right there. Drake was the one who carried it into the zone, got a pinching James Body who got it in deep. And then Matt Cunningham coming up with the stop on Nathaniel Dishner, who ripped his wrister from the slot.
First shot of the game goes to the Terps, but Cunningham had the answer. Off the draw, Reynoso knocks a man to the ice. And back behind his own net is Hoover. 2 minutes gone in period one. Caleb Craven pinching in from the point. He'll head behind the net, looking to steal it away. And now for the Mustangs, Schroeder will move it off the wall, but not out. Here's Dishner, he's got Facciano. They score! Dominic Facciano! And the Terps take the early lead, 1-0.
That play all started because of Caleb Craven's awareness. Number 7 in black forcing the turnover as Stevenson was trying to get a breakout from the defensive zone. Craven takes it away. Dishner gets another shot in tight. Cunningham stops him again, but Cunningham let that rebound go right to Dominic Facciano. And Facciano with a goal early in this one. Is that his first or his second of the year?
That is Dominic Facciano's first of the year. Huge shout out to Fac. He dealt with injury and sickness early in the season. He has fought his way back into the lineup and finds his way onto the score sheet to give his team the early lead. As we get going again, Terps lead 1-0. Here is Loyley. This will be tipped in by Warrington right on goal. Adams will sweep it aside. Jack Hudron in there for the Terps. Here is Dishner. And that one will be Facciano from Dishner and Craven. Caleb Craven again on the score sheet.
I was just about to say another point for Caleb Craven. He has not missed a step since returning from that hand injury.
This will be kept in at the line. No, it will not. That was Shabbat looking to keep it in.
Not Thomas Shabbat.
Not Thomas Shabbat. He does not play for the Ottawa Senators.
This is Tyler, though.
This is Tyler. Spelled the same.
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Yeah. Couldn't quite keep it in at the line right there.
Here is Blake Warner in his own zone. This is turned over. Now Anthony Breen for the Mustangs. He's got pressure on the near wall. At the point, Hoover. He's going to shoot one, and he scores. Nick Hoover, a wicked wrister from the point, and we are tied at 1.
That was some rotation from Stevenson right there. Hoover normally plays as a winger, going back up to the point to recover for a pinching defenseman. Just rips one from long range, a little bit of traffic in front. It looked like a bit of a friendly fire screen from Jack Hudrin. Took away the vision of Patty Adams, but Hoover just with a long-range wrist shot going low glove. It's able to beat Patty Adams, and we could be in for a score fest here tonight, Andrew.
That is certainly how the start looks. 3 shots on goal for each team and 1 goal apiece. And we're not even 4 minutes into this one as the Mustangs ice it.
Couldn't quite connect on that pass right there for Stevenson, so Maryland's going to put out their first line to try and spark some more offense here, just about 3.5 minutes into the first period. They've done a good job so far connecting on passes. That last opportunity was Stevenson's first real offensive zone possession, and just that long-range shot from Hoover finds a way to get past Patty Adams. We'll see how the Terps respond.
16:31 on the clock. Face off to the left of Cunningham. One back by Healy. Henry Scriven will keep it in for the moment. And now the Mustangs will move out. This is Gavin Kane streaking down the right side, firing one off a stick. Up and out of play.
That one blocked out by the captain, Daniel Tomaszewski. Chevy potentially playing in his final road game as a Maryland Terrapin. What a career he's had.
Wow. He has been such a huge part of this program along with all of the other seniors, and we will get to them tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, senior night at the Gardens Ice House against these Stevenson Mustangs. And they score again. Shot from the point. That time it's Tyler Shabbat. And just like that, it's 2-1.
Well, we were just talking about Tyler Shabbat. He couldn't quite keep in that last one at the point, forcing an offside. That one, clean face-off win for the Mustangs. And just a rocket one-timer. That one, they go high blocker on Patty Adams. These long-range shots with a lot of traffic in front already. Stevenson has struck twice, not even 4 minutes into this game.
Off the draw, Chase Wilson looking to poke it into the Mustang end. Battling over there is Hughes. The leading scorer for these Mustangs, Michael Hughes. Here is Sean Amon. Keenan Waters will tip it through center, and this is Hughes. Takes a check from Keenan Waters. And here come the Terps. Waters into the middle. Wilson, backhand shot saved by Cunningham. The rebound is put just wide by Trevor Drake.
Another high-danger rebound from Matt Cunningham right there. Not a lot of control with those shots off the pads early on in this one. Number 31 in white having a lot of low shots against him, and he is just letting Maryland get a lot of second-chance opportunities. Coach Carter going to keep out his second line right here. Chase Wilson digs in at the dot.
Off the draw, this is Trevor Drake. Looking to play it right to the front. The rebound sat there for Waters, and he couldn't bang it home.
Another rebound opportunity for the Terps right there. Matt Cunningham just letting everything bounce off of his pads, unable to trap anything so far.
And for the Terps, beware of that. Shoot pucks low, crash the net, look for those rebounds, and they're going to put a couple behind Cunningham here tonight.
Sorry how they scored their first one.
Exactly.
That was off a Dishner rebound. Facciano had nobody in front of him.
15:30 on the clock. Face off once again to the left of Cunningham. Drake, Alex Sandell shooting one low. Sandell back in the lineup tonight. Here is Keenan Waters on the left side. To the point, Sandell firing. That goes wide. Keeping is James Body. That one on goal, saved by Cunningham. Waters looking to move it towards the point. It goes low. There is Schroeder for the Mustangs, and he's going to skate with it. Here goes Tristan Schroeder. Down the left side, he'll stop up and cut to the middle. Shooting one. It was deflected high over Patrick Adams. James Body will give for Alex Sandell. The top 4 on this defense unit are the same. It is Craven and Amon, Teske and Tomaszewski, but a new look third pair as here go the Terps. Trevor Drake into the offensive zone for Dishner. He couldn't get a shot off.
Really fancy pass from Trevor Drake right there. A no-look backhand trying to get it across to Dishner. Again, Trevor Drake and Nathaniel Dishner in that little off change working together.
Here is Brian Teske back for it. He'll give to the captain, Daniel Tomaszewski. Off the skate of Reynoso right in front of us. And Dishner will fire it in. 4 minutes and 16 seconds on the clock. There's a hit in the corner. Kane delivers one to Facciano. Tomaszewski pinching. He's got Warrington on him. Chevy driving down the wall. Now Loyley watches. Facciano comes in to help. Puck squirts near side. Back down low it goes. This is Tomaszewski. Surveying. Tomaszewski will walk with it and drop it back down low. Facciano, good cycle here for the Terps. This one is stolen away by Loyley. He'll fire it off the glass and all the way down. It's a race for it. And Patrick Adams will find it first and cover.
Patty Adams taking no chances right there. That looked like it was a textbook icing and then just slowly kept on coming back towards the Maryland netminder. Stevenson trying to get a sneaky one right there. If Adams wasn't paying attention, that was Warrington who's coming in first for the Mustangs.
Face off to the left of Adams, won by the Mustangs. To the point it goes Shabbat. He has the most recent goal in this one. Amen for Jack Hudron. This one is poked away by Hughes and kept in. Turns it over to Caleb Craven, and he'll skate it out. Craven with a saucer pass to Blake Warner. Into the middle, Hudron can't get the shot off. It was blocked. They battle below the end line. Hudron, he's got 2 Mustangs on him. Hudron will come away with the puck. Jack Hudron off the wall. Here's Caleb Craven. He'll put it back deep off the glass. Blake Warner hits the ice. He'll get back to his feet. Down low, Shabbat battling with Abraham Peruzmond. And this will be spun out, that time by Anthony Breen. Back forward is Caleb Craven. He'll leave for Sean Amon. These two have been so good together playing defense.
Yeah, just getting back reunited as a pair together. You got Craven, who's the really good offensive defenseman, and Sean Amon, who's Maryland's best defensive defenseman. But right there, a little bit of miscommunication. So get blown dead for an offside.
Saw Caleb Craven trying to dive back across the blue line, but just not in time. And here is line number 1 for the Terps. Tucker Healy, Travis Duchesne, and Patrick Harnett. This line has been doing some damage over the past few games. This is played near side off the wall. Back for it goes Alex Sandell. No icing. 12 and a half minutes to go in period 1. Score is 2-1 in favor of the home team. Kept in by Robinson. Takes a check from Duchesne. There's another hit. That time James' body on it. Delivering it to Cornett. Here goes Tucker Healy flying through center. Healy will skate into it. Trying to go wide around Gavin Kane. Healy will leave it, but no Terp there. Robinson on his backhand will give to Gavin Kane. Kane moving in, can't get a clean shot off. He'll go behind the net with it. And the puck sits behind the net currently. It's actually on the back of the net, so the ref will blow it dead.
A little bit back and forth play right here. Gavin Kane with that most recent opportunity. He was able to get around James Body in the defensive zone as the officials are conferring a little bit extra here.
They want to see if they're allowed to change, and it looks like the Terps will be allowed to change.
Would not have expected that right there. But Maryland will take it.
And usually the rule goes the home team gets that last change, but in that situation, the Terps maybe get away with one. Face-off is won back to Tomaszewski. Pinching in from the point is Loyley. He'll keep it. Warrington in there for the Mustangs, trying to throw it right to the slot. This one goes to the far wall. At the point, it's Kane. Knocked down by Trevor Drake, looking to poke it out. He can't. Here is Kane. Right to the front, a backhand shot is stopped by Adams. Tomaszewski will move it around the wall. 11 and a half minutes to go in the period. This is kept in once again. That was Doherty swinging it around far side, and this is Trevor Drake for the Terps. Trevor Drake closing in on 100 points in a Maryland uniform.
Yep, he's only 6 away. 5 if you ask Trevor. He's convinced that he has a secondary assist that wasn't had for a Millersville game.
Hey, we'll give it to him. 4, maybe 5 away. There's a shot by Trevor Drake and a blocker save by Matt Cunningham. This one will be lifted out to center and falling right at the feet of Finkenzeller. Now Sean Amon for the Terps. Under 11 minutes to go in the period. Nathaniel Reynoso will give to Caleb Craven. Craven down the left side. Faces pressure but keeps on motoring. He's got Hoover watching him. Craven still with it. Spinning past Dishner. Fires one off the pad of Cunningham.
Dishney's already got 3 shots on goal, going low on the right side on all of them. Just trying to get those rebound opportunities, or maybe he's seeing a little bit of daylight on that low blocker side of Matt Cunningham.
And you can tell the urgency from the Terps here to shoot the puck. They know those rebounds are coming. There is a scrum in that far corner. Sean Amon in there. Who else is down there? Dishner in there as well, battling for it. Away with it comes Robinson. He'll move it up the wall. Caleb Craven there for the Terps. Keeps it in for the moment, but here comes Robinson. Now to Anthony Breen. Trying to give it back to Robinson. It comes across the blue line. Robinson hitting the ice. Caleb Craven in possession. Over halfway through period one. Shots currently 5-3 in favor of the Mustangs. Schroeder takes a check high. Jack Hudron with the puck in the corner. To the point it goes. Sandell shooting one through traffic. It goes wide. And on the far wall looking to clear was Borak. He couldn't. Anthony Breen will chop at it and get it out to center. Sandell turns it over now. This is Borak down the right side. He'll shoot one low and a pad save. Patty Adams.
Borak getting around Sandell right there. Sandell trying to clear for the Terps. Borak overpowering him, gets in alone on Adams. Adams closing up that short side, gets the pad save and then covers it up quick with the big glove. Maryland will send their first line back out onto the ice. Watch for that set piece off the draw again. Shabbat's in the same spot where he just scored a few minutes ago.
Puck is down. Battle for possession is on. On the far wall, Brian Teske looking to move it out. He's got pressure from Borak, and this is Travis Duchesne. Duchesne through center across the blue line. Travis Duchesne waiting, shooting one into the glove of Matt Cunningham, and he squeezes it.
First time any Terp has really gone high on Cunningham so far in this game. All their shots low going for rebounds. Travis Duchesne trying to pick that far corner. Matt Cunningham slides the glove, flashes that leather. Keeps it a 2-1 lead for the Mustangs.
9:09 on the clock. Face off to the right of Cunningham. Terps do win it, but into the possession of Stevenson. Cornett looking to dump it in, turned over to Harnan. Patrick Harnan right at the red line, steps away from a check, and here's Daniel Tomaszewski moving in. Chevy into the middle for Harnan. He couldn't handle the pass. Penalty upcoming. This is going to go against the Mustangs.
I believe it's going to be a trip.
And the Terps are going to head to the power play.
Yep, that is Michael Hughes going off for the Mustangs. Their captain taking a trip in the defensive zone. Set up Maryland's first power play of the day. They're back to their three defenseman look that they love so much with the health of Caleb Craven. And this has been a very powerful power play as of late.
Absolutely. They were dominant in that game against Delaware, going 3 for 3. A little bit of a slowdown against Georgetown, but we'll see if they can get it back here tonight. Down low, Tucker Healy can't get there. It's swung around near side and all the way down. 8 minutes and 40 seconds remaining in the period. 1:42 now in the power play. Healy for Daniel Tomaszewski. A clean zone entry is key. And here is Caleb Craven. He'll skate it in and stop. Craven all the way across for Teske. Another penalty upcoming. It's also going to go against the Mustangs. That pass goes through Trevor Drake. Duchesne keeps it in. Adams at the bench. Now Stevenson will touch up.
They're going to get Robinson for an interference. He held up Caleb Craven on that re-entry of the offensive zone while he didn't have the puck. Easy call for the trail official.
So a huge opportunity here for the Maryland Terrapins. Now on a two-man advantage as Chris Robinson heads to the box.
Yep, two-man advantage for 1:20 as well. They're going to have a lot of time with this open space to get that pass across. Daniel Tomaszewski loves that one-timer from the right circle. We'll see if that's what they try to go with.
Plenty of time here. Terps will look to set it up and find something pretty. Craven for Teske. Tomaszewski on that far side. Terps closing in on the Mustangs. Healy waiting, looking. He'll go down low to Tomaszewski, a shot. Rebound is poked into the slot, and the net comes off, and the whistle blows.
Yep, Tomaszewski pushed into Matt Cunningham right there, and then Cunningham's left foot knocking off that post. Promising start to that 5-on-3 as Trevor Drake was looking for the one-timer in the slot. Play gets blown dead before he can get a shot off.
7 minutes and 54 seconds remaining in the period. Still 1 minute of 5-on-3 time. And then it will be 40 seconds of 5-on-4 time. Drake off the draw to the point. It's Teske. He'll go for Tomaszewski. Into the middle, Drake. Good stick by the Mustangs. And it comes to Caleb Craven. Craven will survey. He'll walk. Now for Teske. Shooting one. Saved by Cunningham. No rebound.
Trevor Drake was looking for the deflection in tight. Tucker Healy as well. Both of Maryland's short forwards who play on this first power play unit looking for some deflections or screens. Matt Cunningham not fooled by that. Able to swallow it up in his chest and force another offensive zone draw for the Terps.
Face off to the left of Cunningham. It is won back by Warrington. Hoover will get there first, and he makes no mistake about it. 7.5 minutes to go in the period, down to the final 30 seconds of 5-on-3 time. What do the Terps have here? Here's the captain, Daniel Tomaszewski. He'll dump it in. First one there is Healy. He takes a check, and Kane hits the ice. Teske behind the net. Here's Craven for Tomaszewski. Didn't get all of that one. Cunningham made the stop. Chevy right to the slot. Teske looking for Drake. It gets by him. Here's Craven. Now to Teske. Tomaszewski with some space. Shooting one low. Pad stop by Cunningham. The rebound stays in the slot. Terps battling for it, and it goes behind the net, and it will be cleared all the way down. We are back to 5-on-4 for the next 27 seconds.
Best opportunity. They got the one-time look for Daniel Tomaszewski. He just hit it off the heel of his stick, didn't get a clean shot off. Ended up being an easy save for Cunningham while he was out of position.
Eamon shooting one from the top of the circle, and Cunningham makes the stop.
Second unit of the power play on there now. Patrick Harnan leading the rush right there. Drop pass for Eamon. Easy swallow again for Matt Cunningham. Productive 5-on-3, ends up getting nothing for the Terps. They've still got 15 seconds to work with in this 5-on-4.
Off the draw, here's Duchesne, now to Alex Sandell. To the point, Eamon. He'll walk and shoot. He scores! Sean Eamon! Or maybe someone got a piece of it in front. We'll see who heads to the bench first. It's going to be Sean Eamon, and we are tied at 2.
Based on that reaction, I really thought Keenan Waters got a chunk of it, but I guess he was just excited that the puck went in the net. Sean Eamon, a long-range shot with lots of traffic in front. Cunningham never had an eye on it. Eamon with a innocent wrister, just going for the high glove side. Cunningham, without the line of sight, didn't even move his glove. It's tied up at 2 with the power play strike from the Terps.
And it took a little while, but the power play gets going, and Sean Eamon, second of the year. You don't see him on the score sheet all too much, but he does it here tonight and ties this one at 2 here late in the first period. Here's James Body. The Terps want more. Body will gain the red. He'll fire it off a Body. And back into Mustang territory. This is Cornett right at the red. He'll fire it in. First one there is James Body. Off the near wall, Borak. He'll spin it back down low. Body moving it away from Robinson. Dishner looking to move it out. He will. This is Dominic Facciano. He'll fire it in and head off the ice for a change. Cunningham out to play it. 5.5 minutes to go here in period number 1. Score is 2-2 thanks to Sean Eamon. Robinson firing one. It was blocked by Body. Finkenzeller looking to make a backhand pass into the middle. Here come the Terps again. Hudrin streaking down the right side. He'll fire one off the outside of the net. Blake Warner in the corner. Takes a big check. The hip check from Chris Robinson. And here is Blake Warner. He'll go to the point for Tomaszewski. That shot was blocked in front. The rebound goes to the corner.
Peruzman and Hudrin both had a shot at that one as Hudrin rips another one on net. Terps just pumping them all.
Oh, and they score! It's Abraham Peruzman on the deflection, and the Terps take the lead.
Beautiful deflection from Abraham Peruzman right there. Daniel Tomaszewski with the one-timer from the left point. He was going for the little slot pass to Peruzman. Peruzman couldn't get the shot off. Instead, he just caught it with the end of his stick, but it turns out to be a perfect deflection with the rolling puck. A little knuckle puck over the glove of Matt Cunningham, and the Terps have already posted 3 in this one.
And Abraham Peruzman, his first in a Maryland uniform. Congrats to Ruzi. You could hear everyone on the bench yelling, Ruzi. And Abraham Peruzman gives the Terps the lead back.
Yeah, his first time playing a game in a while, too.
Yeah. But he makes no mistake about it, taking advantage of those minutes. And the fourth line strikes. Face off to the right of Patty Adams. One back by Stevenson. Twisted in deep by Cornett. This one pops up in the air near side. Loyley pinching in. And this will come to center. Here's Doherty. Under 4.5 to go in the period. Shots currently 10-5 in favor of the Terps. Tucker Healy cutting to the middle. He's tripped up, and penalty upcoming.
They're going to get Bryce Doherty for this one, tripping up Maryland's number 5, Tucker Healy, as he was trying to dive in on Matt Cunningham. Got his stick caught up in Healy's skates. And Maryland's power play, which is currently 1 for 2, is going to get back to work here with 4:16 to go in the first period, trying to add to their 3-2 lead.
And this is not a good recipe for the Mustangs. Giving this power play too many opportunities, it is going to cost them one of these times.
Already has.
It already has. This top unit looks to get on the board now. Craven has it go off his stick. He'll twist away from pressure. He's got some space. Now to Teskey, walking in. Makes a move around Robinson. Down low it goes. Healy. Right at the face-off dot. Right in front looking for Tomaszewski. That shot from Teskey off the side of the net. Now Trevor Drake to Brian Teskey. For Healy, walking, looking for Drake. Rebound! How did that stay out? Did Matt Cunningham make a ridiculous save?
I think he did.
Oh, my goodness.
Without the stick in his hand, Matt Cunningham dives, absolutely robs Daniel Tomaszewski in tight. A beautiful save from number 31 in white, but Maryland's rushing up here.
Oh, we had a perfect angle on that. The net was wide open. Somehow it stays out, and the lead is only 1. As this is cleared the length of the ice by Stevenson. Patty out to play it, and he will give to Caleb Craven. Craven takes a check. Under a minute to go in the power play. Here's Sean Amon. Amon will walk out of his own end. Now to Patrick Harnan. Harnan cuts to the middle. For Sandell, a shot. Goes high on Cunningham, and he makes the stop.
One of the very few high shots Maryland has taken in this game so far tonight. Alex Sandell cruising into the offensive zone. He had a passing opportunity for Harnan. Decided to call his own number. Glove save for Cunningham. Second unit's going to stay out there for Coach Carter for the next 46 seconds of this power play.
3 minutes to go in the period, and off the draw, the Terps have control. Amon to Alex Sandell. Sandell on that far circle, goes down low to Harnan. Duchesne. Sandell will try to play it towards the front. It was blocked by Kane. Harnan below the end line, off the wall to Sandell. Here's Harnan once again in the corner. Sandell shooting one, it hit a body. Duchesne for Amon. He'll fire one, and that almost found its way into the back of the net. Stopped by Cunningham. Sandell will fire one. He scores! Alex Sandell, welcome back to the lineup. 4-2 Maryland.
Sandy gets back into the lineup, and he makes Stevenson pay right there. The second time that the second unit of the power play has struck, and we've got a misconduct on the Mustangs.
And
just saw the official signal it. There was an expletive yelled from the bench. I believe that they're going to call one of the coaches, and they may force an ejection here.
So it looks to be Gavin Kane going to the box for the moment.
It's going to remain 5-on-5.
So we would have to assume that's a 10 minute. So obviously something was said from the Stevenson bench. But we will still play at even strength as Gavin Kane will sit in the box for what we presume is 10 minutes.
Yeah, just a little bit of frustration boiling over for Stevenson right there. Already 3 penalties taken by the Mustangs to 0 for Maryland. And Maryland striking for the second time on the man advantage. Just a little bit too much tension for Gavin Kane.
And as the Terps have now settled down a little bit defensively, they are dominating on the shot clock. 14-5 at the moment, and they lead 4-2. And they want more. Dishner for Caleb Craven. He'll look to dangle to the slot. Craven will head behind the net, carrying the puck the whole way. Craven still wheeling. Now he'll cycle it down low for Facciano. Here's Foch to the point. Craven, back pass. Dishner for Craven. He's going to shoot one, and that finds its way into the glove of Matt Cunningham.
Nathaniel Dishner has his offensive stick out there tonight. Beautiful shots early on in this period. A great seeing eye pass right there. A little bit of sauce to get it across to Caleb Craven. Craven given a little bit of space. Cruises in, shoots it from right about that far face-off dot. Good glove save by Cunningham as the Terps are already up to 15 shots on net.
As Hughes talks things over with the ref, and now he'll line up for the draw. A minute 35 to go in the period. We play 5-on-5. Off the draw, this is Schroeder, turns it over. Tomaszewski moving in from the point. He'll play it in deep. Over there is Loyley trying to move it out. He will, but now into the possession of Jack Hudrin and back for Teske. Teske, it'll be tipped in by Blake Warner, and he's going to get after it. Warner and Schroeder meet there. Now it's Hughes, turns it over. Teske walking and shooting one into the glove of Cunningham.
Bad turnover there from Stevenson's leading scorer, Michael Hughes, hands it right to Brian Teske. Teske gets a little bit of space, goes high on Cunningham. Luckily for Hughes, Cunningham's able to snag it with the glove. Just another defensive miscue from the Mustangs early on here.
A minute 5 to go in the period. Terps lead by 2. Here is Hudrin. He'll play this one to the corner. And for Coach Carter, the lines are just rolling right now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is tipped on goal? That hit the crossbar. Man, the Terps keep piling it on.
Blake Warner with a textbook deflection right there. Tomaszewski with the point shot again, looking for another deflection in tight. The first one, Abraham Peruzman scored. That one, Blake Warner gets a stick on it. He had Cunningham beat on that high blocker side. Just off the crossbar there for number 25 in black.
47.5 seconds remaining in the period. Fourth line will stay out there for the Terps. Peruzman off the draw, shooting one, saved by Cunningham. Kept in, here's Ruzzi turning and firing one just wide.
He wants more than one tonight.
Oh, yes he does. This one will be played out to center by the Mustangs. Sandell will fire this one right to us. Hoover back to center, it's Robinson. He turns it over. And Peruzman will flip this up and out of play with 23.4 on the clock.
Face-off coming back out to neutral here. Looks like the Terps are going to go back to their first line, but what a first period. After going down 2-1, it has been all Terps here. Down to 23.4 to go. When it was 2-1 Stevenson, the shots on net were 5-1 for the Mustangs. Currently, it is 17-7 in favor of Maryland.
Safe to say the Terps have figured things out here in period number 1. As the final 18 seconds will tick off the clock here. James Body will sky this one to center and knocked down by Hoover. Final 10 seconds. Right back in the air it goes. Hughes will catch it and move in. Look out here. Hughes shooting one, pad stop for Patty Adams. Down to the final seconds, and that is going to do it for period number 1. Wasn't the prettiest start for the Terps, but they got things going and put 4 on the board here in the first 20 minutes of play and lead 4-2 over Stevenson.
Yep, not about how you start, it's about how you finish, and the Terps dominated that period from the 15-minute mark onwards. Head into the break with a 2-goal advantage and a 8-shot advantage over the Mustangs. Beautiful hockey from the Terps in the second half of that first.
So we will head to the break, but we have a very special treat. Bailey Unchester is back, and she is ready to do her intermission report. So please stay tuned for that, and we will be back for the second period of play. Don't go anywhere.
Hey there, Terps fans. Hope you missed me because I'm back. Sorry for my leave of absence last week. I was a bit under the weather. Looks like there's been a bug or something going around the team. A couple guys were out, as me included, but don't fear, we're back and here again with my mid-game report. Thank you guys for sticking in here in between the first and the second period. Exciting one. We have a current score of 4-2 Maryland. The Terps are leading, and just a lot of goals for both teams, honestly, going around. Terps ended up getting on the board first. Dominic Facciano with his first of the season, so congrats to him. He's been out for a while, found his way back into the lineup, and ended up finding the puck into the net really early on into the game. Stevenson then came back with 2 goals of their own. Nick Hoover and Tyler Shabbat both brought that score up to 2-1 Stevenson, but then the Terps were able to pick it up again a few minutes later. Sean Amon on the power play ended up finding that puck in the back of the net, and Amon very much so a defensive defenseman. You don't really see him on that score sheet a lot, so good for him for getting his stats up a little bit, finding a point in tonight's game, maybe more to come. And then Abraham Peruzman, his first as a Terp, the freshman, ended up also finding a goal tonight. Alex Sandell next for the Terp on the power play. That brought that score up then with 3 goals for the Terps, taking the lead against Stevenson, and then, or 4-2, excuse me. So the Terps tonight are 2 for 3 on the power play. We see that power play unit that works so well back with Caleb Craven in the lineup especially. The Terps love having those 3 defensemen on just because, you know, they're the best puck movers on the team. They're able to figure out the plays that will get that puck in the net. So 2 for 3 on the power play tonight for the Terps. And then for Stevenson, Gavin Kane, he is currently serving a 10-minute misconduct for some untasteful language to an official. So he is a couple minutes into that penalty, and that will be continued on into the second period. Shot count is very lopsided. Maryland is currently leading Stevenson 17-9 in terms of shots. So we said it from the beginning, if you've been watching from the beginning, this could very much so be a very high-scoring game. Definitely a lot of shots at least. This is just going to depend on how the goalies are going to do, Adams and Cunningham. So far, Adams is winning that battle a little bit, but we will see how the rest of this game will move on. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We will probably have more to say between the second and the third, so stay tuned then. And Andy and Andrew will be back live with the start of the second period in just a few moments. Thanks, guys.
No, you're good. You're good.
I won't do it. As tempting as it may be.
I can't figure out why you didn't crumple up Bailey's notes and make her ad-lib it.
I'm not that.
I would have done that.
Tucky and a nasty snipe, guys. Oh my god.
Folks, welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for the middle frame, the second period of play here between the Terps and the Stevenson Mustangs. A slower start for the Terps. They got on the board first. Stevenson answered with 2, and then it was all Terps from there on out in that first period of play. As we get going here in the middle frame, Terps lead 4-2. This one is fired in, tipped in by Travis Duchesne, so no icing. And this will head back into Maryland territory. Out to play it is Patty Adams. Duchesne will start things up. Off the wall it goes. And rink wide, here's Healy. Healy shooting one. It was blocked on the way by Shabbat. And now Michael Hughes. Far side, that was Warrington into the middle. Now Doherty a shot, save the rebound, comes back to Doherty. Big save by Patty Adams, and he covers.
Adams with the first save on Doherty. That rebound goes right back to him. Doherty, as he's falling down with the defense from Brian Teskey, shovels a backhand towards a diving Patrick Adams. Adams is able to get his body in front of it and lays down on top of that puck. Best save of the night so far for number 30 in black. A beautiful jumping save on Doherty.
Spencer Duchesne is calling for double digits. I don't hate it.
They're on pace.
They are on pace. I don't hate it. A minute gone here in period number 2. Behind his own net is Hoover. He will find his defense partner, and out to center it goes. Brian Teskey now for the Terps. Finds Chase Wilson. Wilson slotting up as that second line center tonight without Michael Schreibman. This will be played high off the glass and out. And this is icing against Stevenson.
Yep, Stevenson just playing a little bit of lazy defense after that first period. They were doing it a lot in the first as well, just choosing to ice the puck instead of getting clean breakout passes. Once in a while, it's an okay thing, but every time you do it, just keep on taking those defensive zone draws. It starts to build on a team. We definitely saw it take its toll in the first, and they have not changed it so far here in the second.
And the Terps have been very good in the faceoff dot here tonight as that shot goes off the stick of Matt Cunningham. That one is tipped on goal. Another save for Cunningham. Hoover off the wall. Pinching in is James Body. Finkenzeller looking to move it. It is a 3-on-2 battle there near side. It pops into the middle of the ice. This is Hoover. Hoover will throw this all the way down, and another icing against Stevenson.
Did again right there. Hoover trying to get off for a change. Doesn't quite get to the red line. Instead, just dumps it in. Daniel Tomaszewski, the only Terp back there. No Stevenson player in sight, so another easy icing call for these linesmen. And the Mustangs still have not changed so far in this period.
Wow. Almost a 2-minute shift for this line. As off the draw, this is Breen. He's got pressure from Dishner. Breen will muscle him off and get moving. Here is Breen out of his own zone, across the red and across the blue. Breen down the left side. Backhand pass towards the front. It was swept away by Body. At the point, Hoover already has 1 goal tonight. This is Chris Robinson, poked away by Dishner. And Dishner with a full head of steam out to center. And just offside at the line. Dishner lost his balance. He was trying to dive back, just couldn't do it.
So stick doesn't count as a body part?
It does not. It does not count, no.
Yeah, another thing that we haven't really touched on so far, but if you've been looking across every time the puck's in neutral, Stevenson with a super short bench tonight, so all of those icings stacking on just, I mean, you're giving a longer break to the guys sitting down, but there's just not a lot of time to reset. They've got to only be running about 2 lines and 2 defense at the moment.
Yeah, that is tough. I don't know if you've ever played in a game where there's 2 lines, you're out there every other shift. It is tiring and very, very tiring at that.
I've played a few games of Ironman hockey, Andrew. It's not fun.
I remember I played a game in middle school. I think we had a total of 7 people. So 5 on the ice and 2 on the bench. I think I played defense that game. I did not play defense growing up.
Yeah, I remember one year I was doing a house league, and we had a 4v4 every game for our teams, and There was one day where we had to do Ironman hockey, and they had me play defense for the first period, and I was like, I am not doing that again.
Just so brutal. Just brutal. Real nice to have a full bench, as the Terps do here tonight, as they can get all of their lines rolling. This one is dumped in by Perusmond. Got his first goal in a Maryland uniform earlier tonight. Twisting away from pressure was Carlson. And this is sent the length of the ice, and the icings are piling up here for Stevenson.
All right, their third of this second period. This time they were able to get a change throughout some transitional play and the offside from Dishner that was just a bit ahead of the play.
You kind of got to wonder, with a short bench, if the Stevenson coaching unit is telling them don't be afraid to ice it just to get that whistle and get a little bit of a breather.
And they're still without Gavin Kane for, I believe, another 5-ish minutes?
Yeah, we'll see about that. Gavin Kane's still in the box, as he took a penalty after the Alex Sandell goal, I believe. Here is Tucker Healy into the offensive zone. He'll make a pass to Duchesne. Back to Healy. Shooting one, stopped by Cunningham. Fancy passing there for the Terps.
I was just about to say, a fancy pass from Travis Duchesne right there. Went between his legs and then finished it off with a backhand over to Healy.
As that puck skips out to center, hit a bump in the ice in the offensive zone. Hopped over the stick of Teskey. Tucker Healy takes a hit from Loyley. And Loyley on his backhand will fire it in. 4 minutes gone here in period 2. Score remains 4-2 Maryland. And now it's Tucker Healy, the Terps' leading goal scorer. Healy into the offensive zone, dragging and shooting. It was blocked by Hoover. Healy still looking for it. Here is Chris Robinson, far side, tipped in by Doherty. Stevenson will head for a change. And Sandell couldn't connect with Duchesne. And now it's James Body deeper in his own end. Robinson will play it out to center, delivers a check to Chase Wilson. Sandell far side, into neutral ice, tipped in by Harnan. Here is Nick Hoover for the Mustangs. For Anthony Breen. And this comes back into the Terp territory. Body takes a hit from Finkenzeller and keeps on moving. Finkenzeller still battling there. Now it's Alex Sandell behind the net. And out to center it comes for Shabbat. 5 minutes gone in the period. Nick Hoover for Stevenson. He'll turn back behind his own net and set things up. Stretch pass to center, intercepted by Keenan Waters. This is delayed offside, and Hoover will do it on his own. Hoover trying to dangle in. This one goes right to Patrick Adams, and he will cover it up.
Maryland's second line couldn't quite connect on some passes right there. Nick Hoover doing all the work for the Mustangs. He had in the offensive and defensive zones for that entire possession. That time just kind of shuffles it towards Patrick Adams. Patty covers it up, but it will set up an offensive zone draw for Stevenson, something they have not had a lot of tonight.
Shots so far in this period in favor of Stevenson, 4-1. As this one is sent to center. Shabbat will fire it right back in. Adams will leave it for Caleb Craven. Craven and Scriven out there together. This is turned over. Borak gives it right back to Caleb Craven, and now Trevor Drake finds Scriven. Waters for Caleb Craven. Craven in, shooting one off a stick, up and out of play.
That one blocked out of play by Schroeder. Defenseman getting in the shot lane of Caleb Craven right there. Another offensive zone rush for the Terps that'll set up a draw. Matt Cunningham getting some words of wisdom from the officials.
Of course. Face off to the right of Cunningham. It's going to be Hughes and Dishner on the draw. Tie up off the draw, still battle for possession, and it'll head to the corner for Hughes. Michael Hughes head up, makes a pass across. This will be fired in. Right on goal, Patty Adams will scoop it with the glove, and he wants no further play.
After a wide open first period, we have a lot more whistles to start this second so far.
You can really feel the difference in pace in this one. Definitely different from that first period.
Yeah, a lot of icing, offside, lots of covers by the goalies.
Yeah.
We didn't see that a lot in the first.
Icing, the best part of a cake, the worst part of hockey.
Yeah. Oh, well, there's one right here.
Right on cue.
Ask and you shall receive. This one, though, by Maryland, at least they're, changing it up a little bit, keeping it spicy.
That was spicy, wow.
Nathaniel Reynoso, the one who dumped the puck out of the defensive zone right there.
13 minutes, 47 seconds on the clock. It'll be Dishner and Robinson this time. Dishner will win this one straight back. Adams will leave it for Tomaszewski. Warrington pressuring. Comes around for Facciano. He takes a big hit. And backhanded in by Robinson. Teske trying to play it behind his own net. Teske will find it. Referee hit the ice, and this is floated out to center, and it's a race for it. Reynoso and Loyley, delayed high stick. It is touched by Stevenson, so the whistle will blow.
Should stay in their defensive zone as well. Reynoso putting the pressure on that puck. Stevenson decides to touch up. It was a bit of a lose-lose situation for the Mustangs right there.
13:21 on the clock. Body and Sandell will hit the ice, and that fourth line for the Terps will jump out there. They have one goal tonight already. Always love to see the fourth line producing. Hudrin right to the front for Peruzman. Blake Water returning shot. That might have hit the outside of the net, and the net has come off of the pegs. That is why the whistle blew.
Second time that the net has popped off behind Matt Cunningham. First time at this far end of the ice. That time Jack Hudrin charging the paint, trying to put one in deep.
So we will drop this puck again. It's Peruzman for the Terps, and he will win the draw. Hudrin hits the ice. Looked like that could have been a trip. No call. Behind the net it goes. This one will be played high off the glass by Loyley, but not out. Warrington's got pressure from two Terps. Blake Warner battling over there. Peruzman also. Peruzman finds it. Here's Body. Leaving it for Hudrin. This will find its way out to center. Jack Hudrin for Alex Sandell. Straight up for Blake Warner. He tips it into his own bench. And this fourth line will head to the bench.
I think that hit off of Keenan Waters' helmet and then went back into the playing surface. I'm going to put it right at center ice here for this faceoff. 12:43 to go here in the second period. Wow, since we've talked about that pace of play, I think we've had less than a minute of time run off the clock.
Yeah, this is a stagnant period to say the least, but it happens. This is part of the game as that shot goes high and wide for Patrick Harnan. He fired that one. This one is shot wide, that time by Eamon. Craven puts it towards the net. Again, just wide. Here's Eamon for Tucker Healy. Healy dangling to the middle. Another move. He takes a check. Good play by Hughes to knock Healy off the puck.
Tucker Healy trying to replicate what he did against Georgetown. Michael Hughes not falling for it there, but look out for Harnan.
Here comes Harnan. He'll twist it to the middle for Healy. Healy waiting, trying to drag around Shabbat. Couldn't do so. Craven, stick lift, and he keeps it in. Craven will play it deep. Under 12 minutes to go in the period. Top line for the Terps. Duchesne for Harnan. He hits the ice. Couldn't get a shot off. And look out, Stevenson the other way. Craven racing for it, and he gets there first. Played back to center by Eamon. Hughes waits and is onside entering the zone. He'll shoot one off the glove of Adams and up and out of play.
Tight play at the line. Good puck control by Hughes to make sure he keeps it onside. Rips one high on Patty Adams. Adams couldn't quite get all of his glove on it. Got enough of a chunk to deflect it out of play. But a beautiful defensive effort from Caleb Craven right before that. Stevenson was a few inches away from Owen Cornett having a chance in alone on Patrick Adams.
And to everyone watching, thank you for staying up late with us. Just past 11 p.m. Whistle blows. Looks like we have a penalty coming up. This one's going to go against the Terps.
Yeah, I believe it's going to be Brian Teske getting called for a hook.
I think it's going to be Waters.
All right.
So Keenan Waters will head to the box.
Yep, just add to his team-leading penalty minutes right there.
No, I don't have the staff for that, but
it's a high number.
It is. It probably is. So the Mustangs will get a power play opportunity here. Hughes, Robinson, Warrington, Kane, and Hoover. Gavin Kane out of the box. And he hits the ice for this top power play. Hoover shooting one, bodies in front. It hit Daniel Tomaszewski, and he feels it. Kane for Warrington. Back up top for Kane. Shooting one, blocked by Healy. Kane almost losing it. It's kept in. And Tucker Healy reaching for his side, and this puck is played to center. Race for it. Tucker Healy's the first one there. Healy is going to go behind the net. He's got 3 Mustangs watching him. He'll play it to center right for Warrington. And now Michael Hughes. Oh, big hit at center. Hughes on Healy. And Healy retrieves his stick. Kane walking, playing it right to the front, just goes past Warrington. Hoover takes a check from Healy. Warrington to the point. Nick Hoover walking, shooting into the glove of Adams.
Tucker Healy took a beating on that penalty killing shift right there. First off, he took a block at the point, left him reaching for his side. Then he powered ahead as he saw that loose puck, tried to get a breakaway, ended up just ragging a few seconds off the clock, then just got absolutely decked. A beautiful open ice hit by Michael Hughes. Tucker Healy, though, with one more shot block right at the very end. Great penalty killing from number 5 in black, and a very physical shift as Craven clears this one down for the Terps.
Halfway through this power play, Loyley will regroup for Stevenson. He will leave it for Tyler Shabbat, second unit for the Mustangs. Shabbat will get things going from his own end. He's got pressure from Dishner, has to spin back. Now it's Breen. He'll leave it for Shabbat across the red line and into the offensive zone. Takes a check from Craven. They both hit the ice, and Dishner clears.
Beautiful check from Craven right there. Forces the turnover. Dishner able to help out his teammate. Only one there. Gets it all the way into the offensive zone for Maryland and down to 20 seconds and counting on this power play.
Finkenzeller fires it in. First one there is Eamon looking to get it out. Now turning and firing. Nathaniel Dishner and the penalty kill doing their job.
Dishner 2 for 2 on this penalty kill. A couple of key clears. Now down to just 8 seconds. Stevenson's not going to get another rush in this Waters penalty.
Final 2 seconds will tick off of the power play. Keenan Waters hits the ice. We are back to even strength. 5-on-5 hockey. Breen into the offensive zone. Can't get a clean shot off. Tomaszewski looking for it. Played to the middle. Now it's Jack Hudrin. Hudrin makes a move around Loyley, and here comes Hudrin. Down the right side. Leaves for Perusman a shot. That hit a body and just went wide. Tomaszewski spinning it to the middle. No Terp there. And this is Doherty. He will chip it in off the glove of Perusman. Kane trying to get a shot off, stopped by Adams. The rebound is in the far corner. Delivering a check there was Gavin Kane. Now to the near side it goes. Hudrin racing for it. 2 Terps hit the ice. Here is Brian Teske. He'll settle things down. Teske going to skate it out to center. Across the red line. Now for Tomaszewski. He's going to shoot one. That goes high and wide. And kept in by Hudrin. Teske will go off for a change. On the ice comes Body. Now at center, Doherty. He'll fire it in on net, and Adams will cover.
Adams deciding to cover it right there as Cornette was coming in. With some nice chances both ways.
You good over there?
Yeah, doing just fine. You know it happens. 8:18 to go here in the second.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yeah.
That shot is stopped by Adams. I believe that one hit him right in the mask, and he checks the straps. This one is played to center, Loyley. Backhand off the wall. Kicked into center by Sandell, now dumped in by Warrington. Here is James Body, under 8 minutes to go in the period. Score is still 4-2 in favor of your Maryland Terrapins. Cunningham will leave this for Nick Hoover. Hoover's going to skate with it. Near side, Breen. And in the way is Patrick Harnan. Here come the Terps, 2-on-1. Healy in the middle, leaving it for Duchesne, and it's put just wide. Sandell trying to spin it into the middle of the ice. Now Duchesne. Behind the net it goes, and this is Matthew Warrington for the Mustangs.
Looked like a little bit of miscommunication at the end there between Duchesne and Harnan. Harnan was waiting in the slot. Duchesne instead sent it across to the right side.
Here is Trevor Drake spinning and giving to Keenan Waters. He couldn't handle the pass. And Warrington now for Breen. Across the red, into the offensive zone. Played through the middle, through everyone, and this is James Body. Rink-wide pass goes for Trevor Drake. 3-on-2 for the Terps. Drake to the middle, dragging, shooting one just wide. Behind the net, it's Wilson, leaving for Waters. Good work down low for the Terps. Craven fakes the shot, puts it right back for Keenan Waters. Here's Craven in the middle. Craven spinning away from Hoover. Takes a check from Hoover. Or excuse me, that's Shabbat. Behind the net, Robinson. Here is Waters walking out to the middle, looking for a pass. Warrington can't clear. Second effort. Now he will. And at center, it's Sean Amon. Right off the wall, right in front of us. And dumped into Mustang territory by the Terps.
Stevenson looking like they want to change right here. Some slow skaters out there, but Warrington's going to get out of this icing.
And no icing. Warrington's the first one there. That puck was rolling. A good thing for the Terps. Otherwise, that might have been a breakaway. Craven and Warrington hit the ice. 6 minutes to go in period number 2. Drake will saucer this one rink wide. And now Dishner will recollect at center. Amon, Terps in the midst of a change. Drake will tip it in and head off. Here is Facciano. Reversing it now, Nathaniel Dishner. Dishner will play it back down low. Third line for the Terps. Facciano, Reynoso, and Dishner. They got things started on the scoreboard tonight. And now Michael Hughes for the Mustangs. Hughes out of his own end. And through center. That was offside for sure.
I was just about to say the same thing, Andrew.
We keep playing. Hughes will fire this one towards the net. Patty Adams will cover and get the whistle.
Hughes with the shot from the near side right there. Looked like it may have clicked off of Doherty. Hughes was trying to pick that top corner. Instead, ends up in the chest of Patrick Adams after that late tip. Either way, another save for number 30 in black. He's up to 14 so far. At the other end, Matt Cunningham at 20.
And it was Patty Adams who played in this building last year. It wasn't his best effort, and he knew that. He remembers that game and was looking for a redemption game here tonight. And he is playing very well so far.
Yes, in his own words before the game today, I gave up a touchdown last time. Let's shoot for better than that.
And Patty Adams has been so good this season for the Terps, keeping them in so many games, as Hoover fires one into the glove of Patty Adams.
That one looked like it was probably going wide, but you know.
Put it on the stat sheet.
Yeah. Make it look a little bit more fun right there. Patty Adams diving out to get the glove on that shot from Hoover.
5:03 on the clock remaining here in period 2. At the point, Schroeder for Hoover. Now Cornett. This goes low. Hughes turning it right to the front through everyone, and here come the Terps. It's Teske. Teske enters the zone. He'll wait. Shoot one. It goes just over the net. Here's Hudrin. Into the middle. Perusman was open. They just couldn't connect. And the whistle blows. What's the signal?
I thought they may have been calling a cross check.
I believe Nick Hoover's going to the box here.
Yep, he was the one who took down Blake Warner in the corner. They're going to go with interference as the official call here. But another penalty taken by the Mustangs. They're going to give Maryland their 4th power play of the evening. And that's really what's sunk Stevenson so far in this one. They just could not stay out of the box in the first, and they're going to call a double minor on Hoover. Wow.
Wow. I wonder if, again, maybe it was another
Maybe he said something on the way to the box. Yeah. Oh, wait, yeah. It's something with the coaches. I just saw the T.
Right, because someone else will have to serve now.
Yep.
So Anthony Breen heading to the box as well.
To serve his coach's unsportsmanlike conduct that doubles it up. Oh, wait, what? Is it a 5-on-3?
There are 4 Mustangs out there, 2 penalties up on the board, and it is 5-on-3. As now Doherty is kicked off the ice. So another 5-on-3 opportunity for the Terps.
This one will be a full 2 minutes as well.
Can't ask for much more here. What can the Terps do with it? Here is Teske up top. Teske waiting. He'll take his time. He'll find Craven in that far corner. Stopping, starting. Craven back with it. Walking, shooting one. It was blocked in front. Never got to Cunningham. Here's Healy. Walking towards the middle. He'll turn with it. Healy to the outside. Right to the front. And it just goes wide. The net stays on the pegs. It looked like it might have been off. Cunningham reaching for his stick. Terps keep the pressure on. 1:20 to go on the 5-on-3. Healy firing one, big block. Chris Robinson putting his body on the line.
Yeah, and he's feeling that one, still down in the defensive zone.
Almost a 5-on-2 right now as Robinson is hobbling. Here's Craven. Sean Amon on the ice now. He has the puck. Amon, a minute to go on the 5-on-3. Tomaszewski for Healy. Across Craven, on his backhand, he'll turn. Amon firing, saved by Cunningham.
And that's going to be another penalty on
Yep.
Kane. That was a completely uncalled for cross check on Tucker Healy after the whistle. And this game's gotten out of hand. A lot of tensions have boiled over for Stevenson. And we are going to get into the very rare stacked penalty territory right here.
And the party to the penalty box continues for the Mustangs.
This might be an ejection for Kane as well, since he already had the misconduct.
I hope you didn't hear that. If you heard it, oh well. Sorry. 3.5 minutes on the clock here in period number 2.
Yep, and I think that's what they're telling the coaches, is that Kane's ejected for taking the minor on top of a misconduct already.
So the two referees are going to talk this over with the Stevenson coaches. And there is going to be some confusion here on the scoreboard.
Well, stacked penalties are always just a gnarly thing to deal with if you're a scorekeeper.
Absolutely.
You never want to see them.
There are currently 3 Mustangs in the box. We'll see who else wants to join them.
Yeah. I'm still not even sure how the first penalties were settled out, that one became a double minor and then there was another one on top of it. I believe one of them was assessed to a coach for yelling at an official. I think that's what one of them was.
I believe that's why Breen went into the box, but I believe
Hoover might have said something on the way out too to get him doubled up.
Yeah, I think Hoover took 2 penalties. And the Terps will get going again. It is still 5-on-3 for the next 45 seconds at least. Here is Sandell. Terps closing in. Far side Duchesne loses control and cleared but not out. What a keep by Sean Amon. Here's Waters to Duchesne. Duchesne will twist with it. Amon hits the ice.
Blew a tire.
And they keep it in for the moment. Now it's cleared to center. Oh my goodness. This is Michael Hughes leaving it. And it'll be fired in, that time by Schroeder. And 15 seconds left for Anthony Breen in the box.
But since it's a stacked penalty, I don't believe he's allowed to leave the box until there's a whistle.
So we'll see here. 5 seconds until he's supposed to go out. Sandell walking, shooting, blocker save, and hitting the ice now.
Yeah, he's not allowed to leave.
Is no one, and the ref told him to close the door. Harden shooting, and that just goes wide. 2.5 minutes to go in the period. Still 5-on-3 for the next minute 45. Sandell for Travis Duchesne. Duchesne will drop it. Sandell towards the net. It was tipped on goal by Amon. Amon now right at the side of the net. He'll twist away from pressure. Sandell shooting when it goes over the net. 1.5 minutes to go on the 5-on-3. And we'll see what happens after that 1.5 minutes. I'm not quite sure. Harden in the middle. He scores! Patrick Harden, 5-2 Terps.
Well, Stevenson gave him about 4 minutes of 5-on-3 to work with. Due to some emotions, Patrick Harden, the one who ultimately makes him pay. And I believe it should stay a 5-on-3. We'll see what happens.
Hoover has just stepped out of the box. Breen is out of the box.
Yeah, Breen is allowed to exit now that his penalty's over and it's no longer a 5-on-3 situation. That's what the stack penalty implied. But Kane's penalty should still be on the board.
Hoover's is done.
Oh, wait, Hoover's is done because he was the first.
Of the goal.
Yep.
Yes. So
there was a goal scored. That's why.
So the goal brings Nick Hoover out. Anthony Breen's penalty had expired. He was just waiting for a whistle. But the Terps are still on the power play for the next 1:10. But shorthanded pressure here from the Mustangs. Now Brian Teskey will move out to center. 1:43 to go in the period. This is fired right in on Cunningham, and he will cover.
And something to note here, Andrew. So 3 power play goals for the Terps tonight. You'll always take that. And all 3 coming while the second unit's been on the ice for Maryland. The first unit has not potted any of their power play strikes.
Sometimes it's just how it goes. That second unit has been looking very good, and they have found the back of the net all 3 times. The top unit, the chances are there. They just haven't been able to put it in the back of the net. But it does not matter. The Terps will take whatever they can get on the scoreboard. As this goes behind the net for Trevor Drake. Tomaszewski On that near wall, he's going to take his time. Drake walking towards the net, shooting one. It goes in! Trevor Drake, magic from the side of the net, and it's 6-2.
Another power play strike. There's one for the first unit. Trevor Drake with zero angle, hits it off of Cunningham's back, and it finds a way into the net. And number 13 in black is now 5 away from 100 points as a Maryland Terrapin.
95-4. All right, we got confirmation.
Okay, he's 4 away. Four
Right,
away.
We're going to trust Mrs. Drake. We're going to trust Mrs. Drake. 4 points away from 100.
So 96.
96 points in the red, black, and yellow for Trevor Drake. He is closing in on triple digits. And that one, some magic. Do not know how he put that one in the back of the net.
I don't think Trevor knows how he put that one in the back of the net, but Maryland took a penalty right here.
But it is 6-2 and now 6-3. That is Michael Hughes, the leading scorer for Stevenson. Gets them back on the board. And he has their third goal of the night.
Yep, delayed penalty right there. Nathaniel Dishner would have gone off for a hook. Doesn't end up mattering. Cunningham hadn't even gotten to the Stevenson bench. Hughes, with some space on the right circle, just ripped it low glove on Patrick Adams. Perfectly placed shot. Stevenson cuts the lead in half with a min. 3 to go here in the second, as we have a slight delay at the scorer's table.
And it was Breen talking with the linesman. And with 1 minute and 1 second to go in this second period, Stevenson has pulled back within 3. 6-3 now the score. Shots in favor of the Terps, 30-17. 48 seconds to go in the period. Do the Terps have one more in them here? Here comes Hughes. He'll dangle out to center. Now for Breen. Out to center it goes. Tyler Shabbat will settle it down and give to Breen. Dumped in. That is offside, as coming off the bench was Chris Robinson. It hit him in the leg.
It's just one of those games for Stevenson where it feels like nothing's going right.
They have not been getting the bounces their way. The penalties going against them.
Yeah, they're lucky that wasn't too many men. The officials being kind to the Mustangs right there.
That was not a shorthanded goal. It actually came on a delayed power play for Stevenson. It'll go down as an even strength goal. 23 seconds to go in the period. Blake Warner behind the net. To the point it goes for Body. He'll settle it and fire it back in deep. In the middle, Peruzmond couldn't quite get the shot off. Finkenzeller, he'll play it behind his own net. Under 6 seconds to go now in the period. And look out here, I smell something.
Yep, I was just about to say the same. Yep.
Yeah, here they go.
Jack Hudron getting into it.
You see,
Tim and Anthony Breen going after each other. Breen was getting really physical towards that last whistle, and Jack Hudron is not the guy you want to mess with.
Absolutely not. Blake Warner out there as well.
So it's a lot of human.
It is a lot of mass out there for the Terps. But, yep, just some frustration boiling over for Stevenson. And that will do it for 40 minutes of play, 2 periods in the books.
We got
Terps
the officials
lead.
discussing. I think Cunningham might be assessed a penalty here.
A goalie penalty. Why not? Why not?
We'll see if anything's on the board by the time we get to the start of period 3.
So we are going to head to the break. Another eventful-ish period. It was a slow start to the period, but the goals ended up coming. 6-3 is the score after 2. Stay tuned for Bailey's intermission report, and we will be back for the third period.
Hey there, Terps fans. Thanks, guys, for sticking around for my mid-game report here in between the second and the third. Another exciting period, a weird period, if I may say so myself. We've got 3 collected goals there from both teams. Terps came up with those first 2, both on the power play. Patrick Harden for the Terps first, striking on the power play. And the weird one, if you guys have been going and watching with us, it was a delayed 5-on-3 situation. During that whole ordeal, Stevenson had 3 separate penalties on the board, so a little bit messy with them on that tonight. And then Trevor Drake scoring later on, also on the power play. We believe that Maryland is 4 for 7 currently on their power play. It's been hard to keep track of, though, just because there's been so many. Stevenson, a short roster tonight. They kind of only have enough for about 2 full lines of forwards and defensive pairs, it looks like. So their guys have been doing some long shifts, and it's been kind of biting them in the butt a little bit. A lot of icing calls of them just wanting to send that puck away if they get it deep into that defensive zone, and it's a long period. A lot of whistles going on, but they did end up putting one on the board there. Michael Hughes for Stevenson at the end of the period ended up bringing this score to a current 6-3 Terps. Shots on goal, Maryland's currently out shooting them 30-17, and we still have another whole period left to play, so make sure you guys stick around for that. Got into a little bit of a fight there in that back corner towards the end, and there will be some penalties assessed for that, assumingly on both sides. We are unaware of what those penalties are at the moment, but we have been told that they will be given to the coaches at the beginning of this third period, so make sure you stay tuned for that, because there's going to be some drama happening. But yeah, thank you guys for sticking around for my mid-game report here. Make sure you stick around. In just a few moments, the Terps are going to take the ice again, seeing if they can pull off this win to kick off this weekend. Handing it back to Andy and Andrew soon. Thanks for watching.
Welcome back to the Maryland Hockey Network. It is time for period number 3, the third and final frame of this one between the Terps and the Mustangs. Score is currently 6-3 in favor of the good guys, as we have some penalties up on the board. In the box for Stevenson, it is Tim Finkenzeller for 2 minutes, and Blake Warner for the Terps as well for 2 minutes. Unaware of what the calls were. Maybe a rough, maybe a board, maybe a cross-check. You pick one. But
They were all involved in that big scrum.
Yeah. But here we go for period number 3. We are playing 4-on-4 currently. And some more space out there for both the Terps and the Mustangs. Sean Amon driving wide. Amon will go behind the net. To the point, it's Craven. Back for Amon. Skate to stick. Him and Craven switch. Here is Craven for Harnan. Behind the net, he'll find Tucker Healy on that near wall, trying to step around Robinson. Healy takes a check. Healy will motor into the corner. It sits behind the net. This is Robinson. Stepping away from pressure, again spinning away from Harnan. And he'll play it off the wall, too far for Hughes. And this is Craven. Across for Amon. And leaving for Caleb Craven, number 7 in black. Here comes Craven, down the right side, into the offensive zone. He'll shoot one low, that goes wide. And kept in by Travis Duchesne. This is dropped for Waters. Keenan walking, he'll shoot one, that was blocked. And now it is Michael Hughes moving out to center. Takes a check from Keenan Waters. And at center, it's Caleb Craven. Craven for Waters. Waters to the middle. Keenan a backhand shot. That didn't miss by much. And the net comes off as Keenan Waters goes sliding into the end wall.
Waters taking advantage of that empty space created by the 4-on-4. Cruising in on the near side. Decides to go try and shoot that high backhand, high blocker on Matt Cunningham. Shoots it just high, and yet again, the net behind Cunningham gets thrown off its pegs.
18:35 to go in period number 3. Still 33 seconds to go on those power plays, or those penalties, I should say. Here is Warrington. We'll go rink wide with it. This is Anthony Breen circling back for some more space. Breen will start things up now into the offensive zone. He faces 4 Terps. Warrington across. Loyley shooting one. Here's Kane right in on goal. That shot was blocked, and the Terps will move out. Tomaszewski staring right at Loyley. Tomaszewski will dump it in and get after it. We are back to 5-on-5. Warner and Finkenzeller out of the box. This is Nathaniel Dishner into the middle for Facciano. That puck bounces off his stick, and it's Finkenzeller. He'll dump it in. Penalty upcoming. This is going to go against the Terps.
It'll be Facciano.
And they're going to call him for a hook as he got his stick up into the hands of Finkenzeller. And to the power play, Stevenson goes.
Feels like that might be a bit of a makeup call for the billion penalties the Mustangs have taken today.
Yes.
Not a lot there from Dominic Facciano, but he definitely did tie up Finkenzeller a little bit. And Stevenson will head to a true power play for the second time tonight.
I do believe it is their second power play of the night. We were trying to figure out how many power plays the Terps had. It wasn't really working. We came up with 7 and believe they are 4 for 7 on the power play tonight.
I think they've got even more because of the double minor worked in there and the 5-on-3s. It's
I don't know. We're gonna have to look
I just
at the
lost
score
track.
sheet.
They've scored 4 on the power play.
Yes.
I can say that much confidently.
Yes. Here is Warrington right in front. That pass went off his skate, and it finds its way to Healy. He can't clear. Hoover. Kick to the corner by Healy. And swung out to center by Sean Amon. Here is Hoover. About 3 minutes gone here in the final period of this one. Kane down the right side, looking to get around Tomaszewski. He will. Plays it through the crease. Warrington far side to the point. Hoover walking, shooting one, saved by Patty.
Hoover with a long-range shot. He scored that way in the first period. That time there was no traffic in front. Easy line of sight for Patty Adams. He was in perfect position. Squeezes it against the Maryland crest. 1:07 to go on this Stevenson power play. 16:49 remaining here in the third.
1:07 still of power play time to work with for Stevenson. Their second unit will hit the ice now. Finkenzeller, who drew the penalty, loses that face-off, and it has cleared the length of the ice and all the way. That looked like it hit the netting.
I thought the same.
I
never saw the puck come down.
Let's be clear. Let's be clear. It definitely hit the netting. No whistle. And this is Shabbat. He'll go far side with it. Borak looking to dump it in. And here is Finkenzeller trying to move towards Adams. Now Breen on that far half wall. Saucer pass to Shabbat. He's going to shoot one, deflected in. Shabbat with the point shot. It was Borak standing in front, and it's 6-4.
Borak getting a chunk of that one right in front of Patty Adams. Shabbat shooting it from the same spot where he scored in the first period. Adams was in position to save that one. Borak gets around the Terps defense to get a late tip on it. And don't look now, but the Mustangs have gotten it down to 2.
Terps still lead on the shot clock, 32-19. But this is back to a 2-goal game. Here is Hughes. Hughes dodging a massive check from Blake Warner. Boy, that would have hurt.
I was just about to say, Warner had him lined up.
And Hughes makes a run back at him at center ice. Jack Hudrin looking to move it in deep. This is chipped towards the line, but not out. Doherty's tied up, and he will get it out to center. In the skates of Perusman. Now Hudrin will spin it back into the Stevenson zone. And right for Cornett. Plays it into the skates of Abraham Perusman. And Blake Warner enters the offensive zone. Stopping, leaving for Perusman. Ruzi right to the slot. He fires one wide. That shot from the sidewall by James Body is caught by Cunningham.
Body taking a sharp angle shot right there. But right before that, Abraham Perusman still hunting for his second goal of the night. After that deflection in the first period, he's been playing with a lot of confidence here against the Mustangs, taking every shot opportunity he has.
Top line back on the ice for the Terps. Face-off is won by Healy. Duchesne to the point. Look out. It's a race for it. Borak is going to get there first. Borak in alone. Big save by Patty Adams with the blocker.
Patty Adams goes down to his stomach and sticks up the blocker. Borak tried to go the backhand. Adams had the answer. Beautiful save by number 30 in black, and a very timely one as well.
Huge stop for the Terp netminder as Stevenson almost pulled himself within one. Here is Robinson. He'll enter the offensive zone, trying to chip it around Craven. That's not going to work. Here is Kane off this near wall. Warrington to Robinson. Robinson into the offensive zone, swinging it right to the crease, and it gets away from Breen that time. And Sean Amon will calmly lift it to center. Kane off the wall now. Amon right at the red line finds Patrick Harnan. Harnan right down Broad Street trying to cut to the outside. He hits the ice. Amon steals. He's tripped up. Penalty upcoming. And the Terps are going to go back to the power play as soon as Stevenson touches the puck.
I think it might be another one on Gavin Kane.
Oh, my goodness. And Tomaszewski, Patty Adams off the ice for that extra attacker. Waters to Tomaszewski. Off the wall, right to Kane. And now the penalty will be assessed. It is a trip. Who's heading to the box? It's going to be Schroeder.
Gavin Kane taking a big sigh of relief right there. He was the one who got his stick caught up in Sean Amon's skates. Officials take off Schroeder. Kane will take it. He spent a lot of time sitting in that penalty box tonight.
He did not want another trip to the box. He could not do it. 14:08 remaining here in regulation time. Score is 6-4 in favor of the Terps, and now they hit the power play for what possibly could be like the 17th time tonight, but who knows.
Yeah, they're looking for their 5th power play marker. That's the better way to keep track of it in this game.
That's what we can tell you. They're looking for their 5th power play goal of the game. Drake moving towards the net. He'll drop it for Craven. Teskey putting it towards the net and reaching up into the sky to grab it is Cunningham.
That one was tipped up by Doherty off the point shot from Brian Teskey. A little bit of a pop fly for Matt Cunningham.
13:45 on the clock. Face off again to the left of Cunningham. Won by Healy right back and out of the offensive zone. Caleb Craven will go back for it. 13:35 to go in regulation time. Craven leaves it for Brian Teske. Teske near side. Tomaszewski into the offensive zone. Healy. Terps will set things up now. Healy, fake shot to the outside. Can't pull the trigger, and it's clear. At center, it's Craven. Teske will throw it to the middle for Drake. Drake will get there and rim it around near side. Tomaszewski lets it go for Healy. Craven dangles to the middle. Now Teske walking, shooting. He was looking for Healy, and he just put it wide.
Tucker Healy just chunking that shot. He had an empty net, and he knows it.
And look out. It's going to be a breakaway. This is Bryce Doherty, shorthanded, in on Adams, and he misses. Maybe Patty got a piece of it, but nevertheless, it stays a 2-goal game.
No, Doherty just missed the net there. He was very frustrated. Patty Adams was beat on the glove side.
Here's Drake dragging and laying out on the ice to make that play is Loyley, and he clears. Great defense there from number 68 in white, Andrew Loyley. Patrick Harnon will start things up from his own end now. Dangles to the middle and takes a big check. No penalty. Harnon back to his feet. Here is Amon. We are back to even strength. Borak out of the box. Excuse me, Schroeder out of the box. Here is Amon now. Down the left side and taken away by Robinson. Loyley will go rink wide with it. This is Gavin Kane. Off the wall right to Patrick Harnon, and here come the Terps. Harnon hits the deck. He's got Borak draped all over him. This will sit in the corner. Now Sean Amon. He'll backhand this one around, goes behind Cunningham. 11 and a half minutes to go in regulation time. Still a 2-goal game. Loyley on his backhand, can't get it out, and Duchesne's got room. Duchesne, Dishner tips it just wide. Amon in the corner. Covering at the point is Reynoso. Amon behind the end line. He'll go to the point. Reynoso right back down low. Travis Duchesne is there. Duchesne fending off pressure, backhand pass to the front, looking for Reynoso, and Cunningham finds it.
Duchesne with the little seeing eye pass right there. A chip pass into the slot for Reynoso. Trying to slide it around the pad of Cunningham. He's able to shut down that post and cover with the glove. As the linesman is talking to both Cunningham and Reynoso right here. And the officials are huddled up over by the Stevenson bench again. And guess who was in the middle of that exchange, Andrew?
This one is one back to the point. Teske will lift this up and out of play.
All right, yeah, you go ahead and gloat. I know you were looking at it on your phone.
Sorry, the Penguins have just made a trade. Oh, my God, they got a first-round pick. Oh, my God. Marcus Pettersson, Drew O'Connor to Vancouver for a conditional first-round pick this year. Danton Heinen, a former Penguin. Vincent Desharnais and Melvin Fernstrom. I've never heard of that person. All right, I'll take it. I'll take it. Here is Michael Hughes through center into the offensive zone. Hughes a backhand pass through the slot. Finkenzeller far side. He'll reverse it, looking for Breen. Now it's Hughes. Henry Scriven draped on him. Dishner comes in to help. Anthony Breen there as well. Breen comes out with the puck. Backhand pass looking for Hoover. It comes out to center.
I think one of the Stevenson scratches was trying to get the attention of the official behind Patrick Adams right there.
Here is Shabbat. His backhand pass near side is too high for Breen. And Sean Amon will go to Craven. Craven will wait, and it'll be tipped in by Blake Warner, so no icing. Hoover shaking off Hudrin and can't get around Warner. To the middle, Peruzman can't pull the trigger. Blake Warner's on it. Now Finkenzeller will play it deep, but Jack Hudrin hustles to it. Hudrin turning, shooting one just wide. Big hit on the far side there, Craven and Finkenzeller. Here comes Stevenson, maybe a 2-on-1. That is offside at the Maryland line.
Was a little extra shove by Breen on Perusman right there. Ruzi not taking the bait. This one will just come back out to neutral. All the officials telling both teams to calm down right here. They saw that little extra shove.
9:35 remaining in period number 3. We will drop this puck in front of the Terp bench. And it is played right to the near side. Moving into it is Gavin Kane. He'll gain the red and fire it in. Craven. He'll take it behind Patty Adams and leave it for Sean Amon. Those two are just so in sync. Amon and Craven, they know where each other are at all times. Doherty is going to dump this one back in. Amon off the wall. Right at center, this is Chris Robinson. He'll play it back for Cornett and across looking for Schroeder. Schroeder has to go all the way back for it. He'll twist it to the far side, but Tucker Healy's there. This one is shot on goal and a save by Cunningham. Harnett. He'll go behind the net on his backhand. He'll make a pass towards the point. It gets by Craven. Sean Amon will go back for it. And now near side, tipped in by Duchesne. Schroeder for Kane. And back to Tristan Schroeder. He will play this towards the line and out to center. Schroeder moving up towards the red. He'll fire it in. Craven. Around for Alex Sandell. Stretch pass looking for Harnett. It was intercepted by Borak. He had to wait for his teammates to get onside. Penalty upcoming. It's going to go against Alex Sandell. And Stevenson back to the power play. Look out here.
Good patience there from Borak. Instead of just taking the offside, he waits for his teammates and then draws that tripping minor out of Alex Sandell. Borak has played a very solid third period, had that first power play strike for Stevenson, had the breakaway opportunity shorthanded that was snuffed out by Patrick Adams, and then draws a penalty right there. And trailing by 2, Stevenson back to the man advantage.
8 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. Stevenson looking to pull within 1. Kane shooting one low. It was stopped by Adams. Far side Robinson. Terps need to lock down here. Robinson in that far corner. Behind the net, it's Hughes and Warrington. At the point, Kane to Warrington near side. Walking, waiting. He's got pressure. Here's Kane firing, and he missed the net by a mile. Far side, Hoover walking. He's going to shoot one. Rebound in the slot. Cleared away by Travis Duchesne.
That was dangerous. Warrington was alone. Good defensive recovery from Duchesne to tie him up away from that puck, and then he cleared it himself as well.
Here is Hoover. He's going to take his time and look for some good options. Finds Matthew Warrington. Warrington will dump it in. 1:10 to go on the power play. 7:22 to go in the game. Behind the net, coming away with it is Robinson. Kane back to Robinson. Teskey in the way, looking to clear. He can't. It's kept in. Sean Amon racing for it. Can't swing it around near side. Right to Warrington. Right to the front. It was tipped away. Kane a shot, and he missed on the far side.
He was looking for Robinson on the late deflection.
Kane at that far point. He's going to walk to the middle. Kane waiting, shooting. Saved by Patrick Adams.
Good defense there from Sean Amon, forcing Kane to that outside, making him take a long-range shot. He was not going to let Gavin Kane dangle around him and get in alone for a tight opportunity on Adams. Kane instead forced to shoot that from just below the face-off dot on the near side. Adams able to swallow up that one. Down to 34 seconds remaining in this penalty kill.
Alex Sandell watching nervously from the penalty box. Loyley will get it back from Finkenzeller. Across, Shabbat looking for the 1T. He whiffed on it. Craven's going to be there. At the point, Shabbat keeps it in. Right back to Caleb Craven. And this time it'll go to center. And Duchesne will wait. He'll go back for Sean Amon, who's got time. And look out, I think we're going to get another penalty.
Yep, Craven and Breen tied up right in front of the Maryland bench. I think they're both going to be heading off right here.
Are they just going to take Caleb?
Wow.
Oh, boy. So just Caleb Craven heading to the box. And for 10 seconds, it'll be 5-on-3.
We got a timeout from Stevenson right here.
So Stevenson going to talk things over. They've got 10 seconds of 5-on-3 time and then a minute 50 of 5-on-4.
And Maryland will be without their best penalty killer, Caleb Craven, as well for that 5-on-4. A tough loss for the Terps. He and Breen were getting into it in front of the Maryland bench. Officials decide to only take off Craven right there.
I didn't quite see the whole interaction, so I'm not sure if that was the correct call or not. But nevertheless, it is just Craven in the box. Sandell will hit the ice in 10 seconds as the Terps still lead by 2.
Yep, I imagine Coach Carter's going to put out Tucker Healy right here for a very important face-off, because a face-off win gets you back to 5-on-4. Probably.
Most likely.
Put him out there with 2 defensemen who can clear quick, probably Tomaszewski and Teske.
So Stevenson going to draw up a play for this face-off as Cunningham will head back to his net. Interested to see where this face-off will be. It'll be in the Terps offensive zone, or defensive zone, excuse me. It'll be to the right of Patrick Adams. It's Healy, Teske, and Tomaszewski.
Nailed it.
Nailed it. That's why you're here. That's why you're here. And here we go. Both teams on their feet on the bench. Face-off won by Tucker Healy and cleared the length of the ice.
Ask and you shall receive. Beautiful execution there from Healy. Clean win right to Brian Teske. Teske wastes no time. We're back to 5-on-4.
Sandell out of the box. Travis Duchesne on the ice. 5-on-4 for the next minute 43. Here's Hoover to the middle. He's going to stop, and he'll play it down low. First one there is Hughes. Hughes stepping to the front. Across. That one stayed out. Maybe it was blocked on the way. That shot came from Kane.
Kane chunked it, and Travis Duchesne blocked it as well.
Spinning in the corner is Hughes. A minute 23 to go on the power play. To the point, Warrington firing one, tipped on goal. That would have been a high stick had it gone in, but Patty Adams caught it.
Yep, that one would not have counted as Robinson's stick was very clearly above the crossbar right there. Either way, Adams decides to squeeze it, taking no chances. Down to 5:41 in the period and a minute 16 in the interference penalty to Caleb Craven.
Off the draw, tie up. Stevenson's got control. Kane, Hoover firing, and a save by Patty Adams.
Adams with another big save right there. They were looking for a tip. Hughes and Robinson both in front. The 2 captains of Stevenson.
2 captains.
Which really confused Andrew and I in the first period.
That's just how it goes. That's 2 straight games with 2 captains.
Yeah.
Off the draw, it is won by the Mustangs. This is Hoover walking. On that far side, it's Robinson. He'll walk towards the point and shoot. He gets it back. Healy was in the way. Here's Hoover and Robinson. Waiting. Down low it goes. Hoover at the point. Near side. Kane shooting one. It was blocked by Tomaszewski. Daniel Tomaszewski trying to clear. He can't. Healy's got some space. Waiting. And he will send this all the way down. Hoover catches it. 37 seconds to go in the power play. 5 minutes to go in the game. Terps still lead by 2. Hughes spinning away from Tomaszewski. Now Tomaszewski's got it. And he's got some room to skate, and he's going to take it. Tomaszewski hitting the ice is Warrington. And here comes Shabbat. He'll drive wide down the left side. Shabbat on the backhand. Circles the goal. Final 10 seconds of the power play. It's cleared by Keenan Waters.
Great penalty killing from Maryland's penalty killers right there. Travis Duchesne, the one who was doing it best. Multiple shot blocks and then a huge clear at the end.
Here is Borak on his backhand, trying to get it towards the net. We are back at even strength. This one is lifted to the sky by James Body. And at center, it's Loyley. Backhand off the glass. Eamon will kick it back to center. Loyley stepping up into it, and he will backhand it back into the Terps defensive zone. Eamon stepping away from pressure. And at center, it's Chase Wilson with space. He's got Drake with him. Wilson waiting, shooting. It was blocked. And this is played the length of the ice by Stevenson, and it's going to be icing.
First one by the Mustangs this period. They held off for a while.
Wow. If you told us that in the first period, we would have called you crazy.
Yep, they wait until 3:47 to go here in the third to ice the puck. That is going to be a big one as Coach Carter can put up his matchup of choice against a tired Stevenson unit.
It'll be Dishner, Reynoso, and Facciano with Craven and Teskey. Craven shooting one. Cunningham was late to react, but he got a piece of it. In the corner, Reynoso battling for it. It comes to Facciano. Now Cornette swinging in there to help. And this is Breen. He will put it to center. Cornette to Doherty. Tipped away from him. Right to Cornette. Cornette will swing it in. Teskey. Near side, Nathaniel Reynoso. Craven lost control of the puck at center. This is Tristan Schroeder. Now Breen into the offensive zone. Approaching 3 minutes to go in the game. Behind the net, Teskey and Doherty battle. Teskey will play it around the wall. Kane, and we have a penalty upcoming. Who's it against?
It's going to be against Stevenson, as Kane had possession of the puck right there, unless they go one each, which they might do as well. I think, yeah, they're going to do one each. Breen and Teskey each heading off.
So they will take both, and we will see if it'll be 5-on-5 or 4-on-4. I would imagine 5-on-5.
I would think this. I think he just held up a 5. Yep, 5-on-5. So coincidental minors against Teskey and Breen right there.
Well, we are currently playing.
He held up a 5.
There are currently 4 players on the ice for each
and
team.
no penalties on the clock. There they are.
Okay, there it is. There it is. One aside, so we are going to play 4-on-4. Off the draw, Kane, he's going to dump it in. He's got Craven on him. Right at the side of the net. Now Craven's got control behind the net, and he is run into by Gavin Kane. And they are going to push and shove. Kane hits the ice. And are they going to take Craven here?
If they do, that's a tough call against Caleb Craven.
The ref is pointing at Caleb Craven, and he is going to go. So Caleb Craven back to the box for the second time this period.
Yeah, he's going to get his money's worth on the way to the box.
He will join Brian Teskey. 2 big penalty killers for the Terps in the box.
Yeah, that's one.
I don't know.
I don't know about that one. They were both. That was just a continuation of the play, in my opinion, and he decided to fall down. We'll put it that way.
So it is 4-on-3 for Stevenson for the next minute 42. Winding and firing is Nick Hoover. He missed everything. Kane at the point. Plenty of space out there. Hughes across. In the way was a stick. I believe it was Sean Amon.
It sure was Sean Amon taking away that pass. That would have been an empty net tap-in for Hoover.
As this one is cleared to center by Patrick Harnon.
And we got a penalty against Stevenson.
It's going to go against Nick Hoover. And this is going to even things up.
Yep. On the way out of the defensive zone, Hoover gave a punch to Patrick Harnon. And he slams the penalty box door in frustration. He knows that he messed up bad right there.
And with 2 minutes and 19 seconds on the clock, that is going to make it tough for Stevenson to claw their way back. As we are going to play 3-on-3 in regulation.
A lot of open ice to work with.
That is an understatement. It'll be Healy, Amon, and Tomaszewski against Robinson, Hughes, and Shabbat. Off the draw, this is Michael Hughes. Hughes is going to motor down the left side. He's got Amon all over him. Hughes behind the net, and it's stolen away by the Terps. Tomaszewski, and now Hughes gets it back somehow. At the point, Shabbat. No, this is not overtime. This is the third period. To the bench goes Cunningham. Empty net for Stevenson. Tomaszewski shooting. Scores! Daniel Tomaszewski into the empty net, and the Terps seal it.
Bullseye for the captain, Daniel Tomaszewski from his own blue line, saw the empty net, decided to call his own number. Stevenson with the turnover. Tomaszewski makes no mistakes from long range. And the Terps now have a 3-goal lead here with a minute 51 to go in the third. But we will remain 3-on-3.
And the touchdown is on the other side this year. Patty will be happy at that one. 7 goals for the Terps here tonight in Reisterstown, with still a minute 51 to play. Off the draw, this is Sandell. We are still at 3-on-3. This pass gets away from Body, and it's Andrew Loyley. Now to Finkenzeller. He'll try to get around Sandell. Sandell delivers a check. And here is Tucker Healy. What does number 5 have in his bag? Healy. Out to center. He's going to settle that puck down and skate in. Healy. Dragging. He hits the ice. No penalty.
He almost scored the Ovechkin goal.
That did, yep. Yep. And this is Warrington now moving out of his own zone. Turns it over. Sandell. He needs some help. He finds Body. James Body waiting. He'll go behind the net. Stopping now. Body on the backhand finds Sandell. Nathaniel Dishner on the ice now. Sandell will try to go to Dishner. Warrington in the way, and he could not connect with Breen. We are back to 4-on-4 as we are under a minute to go in regulation. Hitting the ice now is Caleb Craven. Terps on the power play for the next 22 seconds. And we're going to have another penalty
I was
coming.
about to say, and they are no longer on the power play for the next 22 seconds.
Oh, goodness. We need to get out of Reisterstown.
Oh, boy.
Oh, no.
Scrum
Oh.
Nathaniel
Dishy.
Dishner.
Okay, Dishy.
Defending his teammates.
Dishy has lost his helmet. You don't see that from Nathaniel Dishner
I was
too
about
often.
to say, Dishner is not the guy that you would think would do that.
Let's go. With 38.8 seconds left. And I would assume they're just going to kick him off the ice at this point.
I imagine that they're just going to eject everyone who was involved in that scrum
Yeah.
majorly.
Dishner is heading towards the bench. He's got a smile on his face. He's all right.
Yep, he knows what he did.
Yeah, he knows. Dishy knows.
It's like, that's my first one.
And Dishy will head off the ice now.
We'll see if they take off Robinson as well. He was the one who was getting into it mainly with Dishner right there.
I got to say something to Dishy.
Andrew and I just gave a couple of fist bumps to Nathaniel
He goes,
Dishner as he was
never,
walking by the
never
bench.
thought it'd be me. That's what he said. Never thought it'd be me.
Yep, and it looks like the officials might be escorting off some Stevenson players as well.
Come on, let's end it.
We got 38 seconds.
38 seconds. So Robinson, Kane, and Hughes out there for Stevenson.
It's still 4-on-3 for Maryland.
And the Terps are, no, it's
Oh,
going to be
nope,
5-on-4.
Oh, wow. Wow,
As-
a normal number.
Whoa, as Blake Warner and Tristan Schroeder hit the ice for this final shift. Face-off is won by Hughes. Robinson now to Hughes. Robinson in the middle, shooting one low, saved by Patty Adams. He'll cover it. 30 seconds to go.
Yep, Patty just adding a few more saves to his ledger in this closing minute. Now up to 22 on the evening as we are, oh wow, we have drifted into the wee hours of the morning,
We
Andrew.
have,
It's
and
past midnight.
And thank you guys for staying with us into the wee hours. Daniel Tomaszewski will lift it to center. He hits the ice. Final 17 seconds to go here from the Reisterstown Sportsplex. Abraham Peruzmond, his first goal in a Maryland uniform tonight. And the game-winning goal is going to go to Patrick Harnon, who had the fifth one. And
We might
look
get
out.
one more here.
Uh-oh,
Blake
look
Warner
out.
delivered a check, and he's got all the Stevenson players on him.
Wow. All five Stevenson players
And
just
we still have 0.6 of a second on the clock.
like a magnet, Blake Warner, and they're gonna let those 0.6 head off the clock, and the Terps are gonna get out of here with a win. 7-4 is your final score. The Terps come away with the W and will head home to face these same Stevenson Mustangs tomorrow night for senior night.
Take a look at this handshake line.
Yeah, let's hope this stays civil. Hey, it will, it will. The Terps found themselves down 2-1 in that first period. They put 3 on the board before that period ended. They found 3 more before the game ended. 7 for the Terps. Touchdown Terps. And they will head home happy. Thank you guys for sticking with us. It is currently almost 12:15. So much fun having you guys in the chat. We love seeing all the familiar names in there. So thank you guys for tuning in. We will see you tomorrow. For Bailey Unchester, Anna Dalbora, Andy Parr, I'm Andrew Rich. We will see you tomorrow night. Have a safe one. Have a good one, everyone.